I'm going to be doing the AuthorTube Newbie Tag. Okay, so the first question is, how did you find out about AuthorTube? And I actually was watching AuthorTube before I really knew what AuthorTube was. I had the interest of becoming a writer, so I started researching on YouTube and watching videos, and I came across Jenna Moreci, and I love her videos. She's really great, so if you haven't checked her out, I'll put the link in my description and you can check her out as well. And then I found out that AuthorTube was actually like a thing from Cam from Wolf Shop Publishing, which I'll also put his channel in the description below, so you can check him out if you aren't subscribed to him. And so yeah, that is how I found out about AuthorTube. The next question is, what genres do you write in? And so far, I'm actually working on my first book. I started writing back in May, so I've only been writing for a couple months, and I wrote a big portion of my book during NaNoWriMo, and it is a fantasy novel, which I plan on doing like fantasy and sci-fi, and maybe like some romance, contemporary, maybe, we'll see. I don't read a lot of contemporary, so I don't know how good I would be at writing contemporary, but I might try to dabble in that eventually. Question number 3 is, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So, my category of story is young adult. I love to read young adult, so I thought I'd be best in writing young adult. And for my writing tense and point of view, I write in first person present tense. So I like writing from the person's perspective. I feel like I like reading that. I feel like you can connect better with the characters in that point of view and present tense. So I'm sure that as I write more books, I will write in different points of view and kind of dabble in different things as I go. You know, what is best for that character and that story. Question number 4, are you a plotter, pantser, or planter? So I'm a plotter, I believe. I do most of my planning before I write the book, but it does change a lot throughout the time that I'm writing. So things don't always go according to plan. Things, you know, one thing leads to another, which changes the course of something else. So my story has changed a lot since I wrote my original draft and my original outline. So I would definitely say I'm more of a planner than a pantser. I've tried doing the pantsing thing, but my story gets crazy and there's tons of plot holes, and so I choose to be more of a planner and a plotter. So next question, are you self-published, published, or yet to be published? I am yet to be published. Like I said, I'm working on my first book, but I plan to be published eventually, and I think that I will probably go more of the traditional publishing route and try to do it that way. I'm very confident that I can figure that out. So question number 6, what is your dream publishing house or literary agent? And for me, I don't really have one. I like many different publishing houses, and I would be happy to be published by any great publishing house. So next we have, what AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? So since I am a new writer, I don't think I'll be doing a lot of like advice videos. I'll probably start out with things like updates on my current book and kind of talk about how that's going and the new challenges that I'm facing, and then once I've finished a book and I've gone through the whole process, then I might start giving advice on how to write books. Next question is, when did you start writing? And I have always done a little bit of writing here and there, but mostly I've started pursuing writing as a potential career back in May, like I said earlier. You know, probably the first story I ever wrote was back in like first grade, and I can't even remember what it was about, but it was probably something goofy, like, you know, about me and my friends. And no, I remember, it was about this girl named Tommy who was a veterinarian, and she marries this boy named, I can't remember, I actually have the story, but I don't have it on hand. It's in my storage, but that is funny that I actually remember that. And it was a really dorky, like, 1-paragraph story. So next we have, what authors have inspired you writing the most? And I would have to say that one of my biggest influences is actually Kiara Cass. Was one where I was reading a book and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to write books. So definitely Kiara Cass. Who else? Probably Veronica Roth. She's definitely kind of pushed me in the direction of writing books. She's one of my favorite authors. So, and also Anne Brashars. She wrote the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants books, which I actually haven't read, but her other books, My Name is Memory, or I Am Memory, and Here Now. Those are some of my favorite books, and I think she is a marvelous author. So her stories are they really flow nicely, and I loved them. So that definitely has influenced me into. Next we have, do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? And if you've watched my videos before, you know that I have kids and a husband and a busy life. So I just write whenever I have time, and mostly that is at night after the kids go to bed. Then I will break out the laptop and I will start writing, and I'll put in my headphones and kind of block out the world and write. And sometimes that gets interrupted by kids coming out a million times, but I do the best that I can with the time that I have. So the next question is, do you type on your computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you write in general? So I usually write on my couch or at my table in my kitchen or living room, which probably isn't the best place because it's not the quietest, but like I said, I just write when I can, so I'll just break out the laptop and start writing wherever I'm at. But mostly that's on the couch or at the table in the kitchen. And then I use my computer, but I guess I use a blend because whenever I'm plotting and writing my outline, I do that all in a notebook. But then when I'm actually writing, I do that on Scrivener on my computer. And the last question is, what are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of AuthorTube? And I am looking forward to meeting new people who have interests that I do. I don't have any friends that are writers or love reading like I do, so YouTube is kind of like my platform for meeting people who are interested in the same things that I'm interested in, who I can talk to about things that I like to talk about. So that is it for my AuthorTube Newbie Tag, and I am just gonna tag anybody who wants to do this video. I wasn't tagged, I just wanted to do it, so I just went ahead and did it. And yeah, so that is all, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks everyone, bye.